slow and sour as it flows. Deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today, where the Lorax once stood, just as long as it could, before somebody lifted the Lorax away.
What was the Lorax, and why was it there, and why was it taken, and why was it lifted and taken somewhere?
At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, the old Wustler still lives there. Ask her, she knows.
Now I'll tell you how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long, long time back, way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the Swami Swans rang out in space. One morning I came to this glorious place, and under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits.
I love living in the truffle trees. Each morning I get up and run around the green grass under my feet. Take a look at the forest and cry, oh, so much beauty to see. I spent all my years in the forest, there's no place I'd rather be. Oh, I love living in the truffle trees. Love the truffle trees, I 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 love living in the truffle
But those trees, those truffula trees! All my life I've been searching for trees such as these. I felt a great leaping joy in my heart. I know just what I'd do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. The instant I finished, I heard a gazump. I saw something pop out from the stump. She was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and she spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy.
I am the Lorax who speaks for the trees have no tongues. I'm asking you, man, from the top of my lungs.
Look, Lorax, there's no cause for alarm. I chopped just one tree. I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. This thing is a thneed. A thneed's a fine something that all people need.
Damn, you're crazy with greed. No one on earth would buy that full need.
But the very next minute, the Wustler proved the Lorax wrong, for just at that minute, a chap came along, and he thought the thneed she had knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98.
I repeat, I speak for the trees.
Get lost, if you please.
No time at all, in the factory I built, my whole Wustler family were working full tilt. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Now chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which cut off 4 trees at one smacker. We were making thneeds 4 times as fast as before. And that Lorax, she didn't show up anymore.
Some people got to have it.
Lorax, who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I am also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who played in the shade, eating trifula fruits. But now they all have the crummies, because they all have gas and no food in their tummies.
I, the Onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go, but business is business, and business must grow. I meant no harm, I most truly did not, but I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got.
Let me say a few words about the gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity-glup. Also schluppity-schlup. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you old Onceler, you!
Now listen here, I see that you're mad. All you do is yap, yap, yap and say bad, bad, bad. Well, I have my rights, lady, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you, Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering.
At that very moment, they heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then they heard the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all.
Now all that was left, 'neath the bad-smelling sky, was my big empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, sad backwards glance, as she lifted herself by the seat of her pants, and I'll never forget the grim look on her face when she hoisted herself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace.
Unless, what does that mean?
But now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. So catch. It's a truffle seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffle seeds, and truffle seeds are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffle, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that have. Then the Lorax and all his friends may come back.